Alright, good morning po everybody. Good morning po sa lahat who are here today. Thank you so much for joining us. Mga happy National Heroes Day po sa lahat. Mga heroes ng real estate. Kayo po yung mga heroes ng real estate. Kamusta po kayo guys? How are you doing today? How do you feel? Feeling good? Feeling great? Feeling excited? Kahit ano po. Ayun, good. Okay lang po, excited to learn. All right, thank you so much again for joining us today kahit holiday. So, I think tayo namang mga brokers and salespersons, normal sa atin to keep on working on holidays, right? Kasi pati yung mga buyers natin, yun kasi yung free time nila. Tama po ba? So, usually yung mga buyers natin, wala silang ginagawa on holiday, so they have the time to go on site visits with you or to respond to your yung mga pini-PM ninyo ng mga property sa kanila. So ayun, it's a good sign to see you guys here even on a holiday kasi yun nga, holidays are one of the busiest times for real estate brokers and salespersons like us. So we are now on the last na installment ng ating series for this August. So let me share my screen. Present ko lang siya. Okay, so we are down to the last installment of Secrets of a Billion Dollar Realtor. And thank you so much for joining us for this whole series this month of August. So, sino ba dito yung mga first-timer? Like, it's your first time ever to join us here in Dazzle. If it's your first time, can you type in number 1 in the chat? And if you've been here before, you've already joined us previously in our other webinars, type in number 2 in the chat. So we can see sino ba yung mga first timers, number 1, and 2 for mga second timers. Oh, we have one first timer si Miss Lilibeth. But mostly second timers or more. Na yun sa iba. Si Miss Marcelina din, it's her first time. Welcome po. And we just wanted to share with you guys na Dazzle is here to help real estate brokers and salespersons like you become better at your craft, for you to become better salespersons, para you can have more sales, diba? So not only are we doing learning webinars, but we're also gonna share with you as well a tool, a productivity and digital tool that you guys can use para you can be more in touch with your clients, you can be more efficient with your work, and we're gonna share that a little bit later on. For those who are here for the first time, you might be wondering, ano ba tong series na ito? So we actually patterned this after Ryan Serhant. So I don't know if you know this guy, but he was part of a reality TV series called Million Dollar Listing New York. He's the guy in blue. And at the time when he was featured in Million Dollar Listing New York, he was actually very new pa sa career niya in real estate. Not super new, but somewhat new. But yet, last year, in 2022, he was able to sell $2.2 billion worth of real estate in 2022. Sino bang yung may gusto to sell $2.2 billion? Kahit 2.2 billion pesos lang na, let me know if you want to be this realtor. So we're actually taking some tips from him from his book called Sell It Like Serhant. So I have this book and I've been reading it. There's a lot of yung parang secrets ni Ryan as to how he ends up being able to sell a lot of real estate with high value. So in the past, we have had last week, we had a session on being the master of follow-up. So you were able to find out yung 3 stages of following up. So hindi lang pala siya isa. Diba? As a follow-up, sino ba yung nakaalala? Paano ba yung 3 stages of following up? If you guys remember, type it in the chat. F1, F2, F3. If you can remember, kano yun? And before that, of course, we would like to share with you guys na meron po tayong Dazzle community. I hope you guys are part of this community already. If you're already part of the community, whether on Facebook or on Viber, type in 1 in the chat if you're already part of the community. At if hindi pa kayo part, type in number 2 if you're not yet part of the community. But if you are not yet and you would like to join, this is our Dazzle community. Ayun, si Sir Patrick, hindi pa siya part. Si Miss Anna din. So, we're gonna ask yung kasama ko dito in Dazzle to share the links to our community so that you guys can join. So, we are present in Facebook and also in Viber. And the reason why we would like you to join the community, guys, is so that you can have parang easy access sa ating mga learning webinars, and we can also share with you some short clips of our previous learning webinars as well. And of course, so you can be more familiar with Dazzle as a productivity tool that will benefit you as a real estate broker or salesperson. So currently, we're still a new community, guys. Nasa 245 members po tayo ngayon. If you're already part of the community, pwede bang makipag-favor? And I would just like to ask you guys to click on the invite button. Click on the invite button. Andyan lang po siya. And then you can also invite those who are part of your realty or kahit yung mga yung mga colleagues ninyo in the real estate industry that you feel can benefit from our learning sessions here in Dazzle, and also yung mga looking for digital tools to help them make their business even better. So tayong lahat, we can all, yung top tipong aangat yung sales natin lahat, right? So that's what we want to do in the Dazzle community. We're also very open to hearing from you guys. And our promo for this month of August is still ongoing. We're actually on the last week na po. So this is the last week na natin for our chance to win 500 pesos in GCash. And this is very, very easy to do. You just need to share your Dazzle links on social media. Ano ba yung Dazzle? So nag-post yung kasama ko si Elroy ng link to Dazzle. So feel free to explore that. We'll also share with you guys ano po yan. So you just share your link. So what Dazzle can do is it can organize your listings, your projects, all in one place. And it will create a shareable link that you can share with your buyers. And it will make a personal website for you as well. Super duper easy to do. And this is an example of an entry. So I just shared my Dazzle link. As you guys can see, this is one of the properties that I'm selling. And hinashtag ko lang si Dazzle, hashtag Dazzle. So if you already have Dazzle and you're already using this, i-share nyo lang po yung mga links ninyo on social media, on your personal page, on your personal Facebook, or on your professional Facebook, if may page kayo. Tapos hashtag nyo lang si Dazzle. And that's already an entry. And you can possibly win 500 pesos in GCash. So we're down to the last week, guys. May 3 winners na po tayo before. So now we're going to tackle our topic for this afternoon. And I hope that you guys can definitely participate today. So our secret number 4. Diba? Secrets of a billion-dollar realtor po yung topic natin today. And secret number 4 is on negotiation tactics. So I'm glad to see you guys here in the room. Tanong ko lang guys, what are you more focusing on? Brokerage ba kayo or project selling? So can you type in the chat if brokerage ba yung specialty ninyo or that's where you are focusing more on, or if project selling? Ayun. Sir Patrick is project selling. Si Miss Shera is project selling. Marami tayong mga project sellers. O yun, more on project selling. All right. Salamat po. And then I was expecting this answer because I already know na more of our brokers and realtors here in the Philippines are really into project selling. So si Ryan Serhant, on the other hand, iba kasi yung real estate market in the USA. So we all know that, diba, he's based in New York or in Brooklyn actually. And of course, yung the way they do real estate there, it's more of a brokerage style. So we will be learning tips on negotiation tactics, which you can say na applies more to brokerage, but at the same time, we can definitely get some insights as to how we can apply it in our project selling naman. So walang problema, whether project selling or brokerage selling. Oh, ayan. So what do you do when it seems like a deal is falling apart? Or ano ba yung gagawin ninyo if yung parang yung client ninyo supposedly interesado pero at the end of the day parang naging cold or parang ayaw na o parang may hesitations, parang they don't want to go ahead with the deal. Ano ba yung ginagawa ninyo? Kahit anong answer, I'd be happy to hear from you. Ayun, si Miss Cora, sabi niya, ask questions. That's great. That's a great answer. How about yung iba? Do we have the tendency to parang give up na lang? Or yung tipong parang ayaw na talaga ng client, so I'll just look for somebody else. So Miss Doreen, sabi niya, send updates. Yun, si Miss Elves. Happened to me twice already, so nag-follow up siya. Oy, naging master of follow-up ka na ba, Miss Elves? Yun yung topic natin last week. Yeah, so when it seems like a deal is falling apart or parang yung client hindi na siya, ayaw na niyang mag-pursue, we have to remember, if it seems like you are miles away from an agreement, don't be afraid. There are many ways to bridge the gap and find a mutually agreeable situation. So, di ba, napaka-English talaga ni Ryan. But, so, ang ibig lang niyang sabihin, kung parang feeling ninyo, parang ang layo pa nitong ma-close or ang layo pa nitong matapos. Huwag tayong maging, afraid or don't be scared na parang mawawala na talaga tong client na to. Kasi marami pa daw ways na ma-bridge natin yung gap and we can continue on with the deal. So we're gonna learn some negotiation tactics today. And starting with negotiation tactic number 1. So this one applies more to brokerage, I would say, because it says always make a counter offer. You can't get anywhere without a counter. So if I were to put this in the framework of brokerage, personally, I have a lot of experience with brokerage deals. So makaka-relate talaga ako nito. Yung mga tipong there's a seller, a private seller, binibenta niya yung bahay niya or yung lote niya. And then there's a buyer who's interested in the property. Actually, magandang scenario na yan, di ba? Yung buyer, interesado na siya sa property or sa project. But then, for some reason, medyo mataas yung presyo and hindi sila magkaka-agree. So, ano ba yung gagawin natin? So, sabi ni Ryan, we always make a counter offer. You can't get anywhere without a counter. So, ano ba yung examples niyan? For example, in terms of lote, like for example, this is a real life example on my end naman, na may client ako who's interested in a property that was selling for 23,000 per square. Pero si buyer, parang sabi niya, ang taas naman ng 23,000. Parang I'm not willing to go that high. It's too expensive for me. So, sometimes we can have the tendency to tell the client na, okay, sige, hanap na lang ako ng iba. But we can actually encourage our clients kahit they feel initially na ang layo pa ng presyo. We can ask them, "Sir, how much are you willing to shell out for this property? Ano ba yung makakaya mo? Let's try." There's no harm in trying. That's always something that I tell my clients. There's no harm in trying. Itanong natin si owner. Let's ask the owner. Baka naman kasi they will agree. So, si client, nag-offer siya ng 19,000 per square. So, diba ang layo? Ang layo pa, 23. And then, si client, 19. So, anyway, nag-relay naman ako nun to the seller. Sabi ko sa kanya, there's an interested buyer. Kasi yung offer niya is 19,000 per square. Baka, sir, you can lower down your initial na 23,000. Maybe we can still meet halfway or something like that. So, si seller naman, sabi niya, sige, I'm willing to go down to 21. So, diba, from 19 and 23, parang medyo malayo pa siya. Naging siyang 19 and 21. So, parang it's a bit closer and it makes both the buyer and seller feel that it's possible for them to have an agreement. So, that's a counter offer. So, how do we apply that naman in project selling? So, yung sa project selling, yung mahirap lang, di ba, is may computation at yun na talaga. If a client likes a certain project, yung computation most of the time, yun na talaga. So, one of the ways that we can give a counter is baka may pa-promo. Baka may pa-promo si developer. Baka may promo on the reservation fee, may promo on the down payment. And one of the things that we can always ask our developers natin is if it's possible to stretch pa the equity. Kasi baka kaya ni buyer if the equity is stretched a bit longer. Baka pwede pala yun. Or baka there's another financing scheme that works better for our client. Kung hindi niya kaya yung particular financing scheme that you offer to him, baka may iba pang financing scheme na pwede pa. Or another way is you can also counter with, let's say initially gusto niya yung corner 1 bedroom sa condo. Baka may junior 1 bedroom that fits more of his budget. 1 bedroom pa rin, pero junior, a smaller size. So those are examples of a counter. So you can counter offer with the price. You can counter offer with a similar unit for, let's say, for project selling. Or you can counter offer with yung number of months ng down payment ng equity just to make it more attractive to your buyers. So there are still ways for us to kind of get the buyer back na hindi siya, yung parang wala na siyang choice, di ba? Let's try and give them a choice that they can still go ahead with the deal. So those are examples of a counter offer. So that's negotiation tactic number 1. So ano naman yung negotiation tactic number 2? So this one is playing on the fears. So playing on the fears, yung mga buyers at mga seller natin, they have their own fears. And we just need to be able to let them realize that. So hindi naman natatakutin natin sila. It doesn't mean that we want to scare them into making a decision. But we have to let them be aware na baka kasi may iniisip or hindi nila naiisip yon na possibility. Let's say, for example, on the side of the buyer, ano ba yung mga fears ng buyer? So, ito yung mga potential fears ng buyers. So, you remind them of the risks. There are risks involved in not buying. So, baka kasi yung mga buyers natin, minsan may palinya. Have you heard this line before? Kung para sa akin to talaga. Pero kung hindi, hindi. Have you heard that line before from your buyer? If yes, type in yes in the chat. Kasi I have heard that many times from my buyers. Yes. Di ba may emphasis si Sir Patrick? Yun. Sa mga Bisaya, kung para sa ako, yun na. Kung dili, dili. That's how they say it in Bisaya. But in English naman, if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, it's not. Diba? Sometimes our buyers can have that kind of attitude na parang, I don't care. Diba? Or if I get it, then good. Para sa akin. If I don't get it, then no problem. It's not for me. Diba? So what happens when our client says that? Sometimes we can kind of respond na, o nga sir, no? Sige. Di ba? Minsan nadadala tayo sa client natin. So what are the ways that we can respond to our clients kapag they say something like that? So we have to remind them, the buyer of the risks, na may risk naman if you don't say yes to this deal. So ano ba yung risks nila? So not buying could mean a missed opportunity. So missed opportunity to do something like, for example, to buy something they love. So especially if that particular property is one of a kind. So again, sa brokerage side, when you're selling houses na hindi siya sa developer, isa lang yung ganyang bahay. If that house gets sold to somebody else, then they risk losing that house. Hindi na, they won't be able to get it again. So on the side naman on project selling, baka yung gusto niyang corner lot, yung lang yun. Easier if it's inner lot kasi marami siyang choices. But how about if corner lot, tapos ko konti na lang yung natitira? So it is a risk for them that they have a missed opportunity to buy something they love. Eto, it's a missed opportunity for them to get a good price. For example, pre-selling. Ito yung maganda sa pre-selling. Di ba for pre-selling, it is always lower yung price niya compared to when the building is already there. So, it's a missed opportunity for our buyer for them to get a good price. So, we can remind them na, sir, this unit is pre-selling. You can get this now at ganitong presyo. And then this property will increase in price by maybe in the next few months or in next year. Tapos yung mga developer pa natin, they don't actually tell us kung may price increase. Bigla na lang price increase. Diba? So, we have to remind our buyers na this is a good time to buy. So, again, one of the things that I tell my clients is, back when I started selling real estate, this particular property, yung mga lote sa subdivision na ito, before yung presyo nila is only 6.5 per square. Tapos yung mga buyer noon, ang mahal. Mahal naman ng 6.5, wala bang 5.5 dyan. Eh ngayon, 10 years later, it's now at 20,000 per square. So, you can really see na ang laki na ng jump ng mga presyo from before and from ngayon. And another example is yung pre-selling condos. Upon launching, yung isang condo, example lang, 1.7 million yung selling niya upon launching. Now it's 2.6 million. So you can give them examples of yung mga projects that have been selling in the past. Because the past is always a good reference. Like sabihin mo sa kanila na back then, ito yung presyo ng condo na ito. But today, ganito na yung presyo. Kasi when we are selling a condo right now, we cannot say na, yung 3 million ngayon, 5 million na yan next year. Because we're not sure of that, right? Hindi natin sigurado kung ganun ba talaga yung presyo. We can give them an idea by referencing the past. So, you can tell them na, sir, this might be a missed opportunity for you if you don't get it now. Kasi ang sabi nila always in real estate, the best time to buy real estate is 5 years ago. And the next best time is today. So you have to tell your client na it's possible na if you say no today, hindi na available itong presyo na ito for you by the time that you're ready. So kung ready ka na, sir, baka mas expensive na. Hindi talaga baka, mas expensive na talaga. So sayang naman yung opportunity. And another missed opportunity for them is to purchase something they've been seeking for a long time. So lalo na for the clients who have been looking for a particular project or for a particular unit na matagal na silang naghahanap. And when they finally find something, minsan may fear yan sila to commit. May commitment fear din yung mga buyers natin. So we reassure them. We tell them na, sir, this is your chance to finally get a unit that you've always wanted or to finally find a property na fits sa needs ninyo. So for example naman ulit, may client ako who has been looking for a commercial lot in this particular street. Ito lang talaga yung street na gusto niya. And for how many years? I think it's been 3 years already na naghahanap siya dun sa street na yon. And now, there is a property na dun sa street talaga na magandang location. Yung problema niya is mataas yung presyo. So of course, mataas yung presyo because it's a very prime location. So one way for us to reassure that buyer is we tell them, sir, if you don't try to get this property, baka wala nang available talaga in the next few years. And in the next few years, kung meron man, it will be more expensive. So you play on the fears that they can get a good price today, or they can finally purchase the property that they've been looking for a long time. So that's the buyer's fear. So on the other hand naman, ano ba yung seller's fear? The seller's fear is to remind them that going to the market is always risky. What does it mean going to the market is always risky? When they sell their property, hindi naman nila mapipredict kung how many offers they will get or how many buyers are interested in their property. Or if baka may property nga silang for sale, pero meron din namang iba who are selling the same thing at a lower price. So kung meron ng offer sa kanila, why not take it? Remind them that they may not get a better offer. Kasi kung may buyer na nag-o-offer sa property nila, why not close that deal now? So rather than waiting for something na baka nasa isip na lang nilang mangyayari. So minsan may mga sellers tayo na they really want to hold on to their price na mataas because they're thinking na baka there's another better offer. There's another client that's coming for me na mas mataas yung offer. But then it's possible na baka wala. And then they'll be waiting and waiting. And there's a time or opportunity cost na sayang naman that if they don't sell their property now, yung pwede na sana nilang magamit yung pera na yon for other investments. Kasi they're holding on to their property, hindi nila ma-roll yung money nila or hindi nila ma-reinvest in other better areas. So it's quite possible that they may not get a better offer. So I emphasize to both parties that the deal can be made right now. So that's one good way for you to be able to bring the buyer and the seller together. Sure, may buyer ka na. They're ready to purchase your property. Tapos, yung may gap lang tayo konti sa presyo. But if you're willing to meet that buyer sa presyo na they're offering, then you can close this sale right now. Hindi ka na kailangan maghintay looking for another buyer, looking for another deal. On the buyer side naman, sir, hindi mo na kailangang maghanap. You can finally build your house. Kasi nahanap mo na yung lote na gusto mo. Or, if bahay yon, sir, you can finally move in. Yung mga family nyo, you can, anong tawag ba doon sa Tagalog? In Ibisaya, we call it plastar. Plastar. Like, you can, ano ba Tagalog ng plastar? Sino ba yung mga Bisaya dito? Ano ba Tagalog ng plastar, guys? Like, you can put your family in that house. Like, you can start living in it. You can start using. Maayos po in Tagalog. Move in. Mahimutang. Oy, mahimutang is also. I think that's also Bisaya. So, yeah. So, yun. So, mahilo na. You can like start moving in already in that property. So, you can actually tell your buyer the benefits. Kung bakit it would be great for them. It's a great decision for them to go ahead with the deal. So for project selling naman, even if it's pre-selling, you can say na, sir, if you get this property right now at this pre-selling price, diba, you got a good deal, you got a good price, and at the same time, you can already start investing your hard-earned money. So, pwede man ang invest yun. And then you can start looking for other opportunities for you. Hindi ka na masyadong palaging naghahanap, wasting your time in a way, di ba? Kasi it's also time-consuming din sa mga buyers natin to keep on looking, to keep on analyzing, paano ba yung magandang project para sa kanila. But when they find something already, na for you, this is a good fit for my client already. So you emphasize to them na if you get this now po, sir, then you can start planning for your investment. Pwede mo nang ma-start yung monthly equity po ninyo. You can start planning how your investment will grow in the next couple of years. Or you can already, parang have that investment locked in for you. So it's possible that a deal can be made right now. And there's always the benefit of deciding right now. Para yung mga clients ninyo, they can also feel like I've locked in into my decision. So ano pa ba? So we have negotiation tactic number 3. Yun, remind clients that there is always a cost of time. Time is expensive. And that is very, 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 very true. Especially in the real estate world. When was the last time that prices depreciated? Diba? Hindi siya masyadong nangyayari. Yung parang the price will go down. Most of the time, the price really goes up, especially in the years to come. So you also remind your client then to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture, hindi lang yung tipong pang next month or pang next year. You let them see how the real estate prices will go up in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. Again, look into the past. See how the past, ano ba yung performance ng real estate in the past? And tell them that there is always a cost of time. Time is very expensive. So, ano ba yung concrete example na mabibigay ko? I had this client 10 years ago who bought a lot in a business park here where I am. Yung lote back then, they were selling for 13,000 per square. And back then, yung mga clients, ang mahal. Mahal ng 13,000, mahal naman ng 13. And there was an opportunity for one of my clients kasi yung isang lote ng business park was selling for 9,000 per square. So, diba, it's lower than market value. So, at the time, si client, of course, he jumped at it. Pagkita niya, 9,000 per square instead of 13. Kinuha niya agad. Fast forward, 10 years later, the lots there are now selling for 65,000 per square. So if I were my client, whether I bought it at 9,000 or 13,000, it doesn't matter. Kasi ngayon, 65,000 per square na, di ba? Yung bumili ng 13,000, hindi pa rin sila talo. Hindi sila talo. And sometimes, yung mga clients natin, they think na, ang mahal naman ng presyo ngayon. Ang mahal ng presyo ngayon. That's what they always say, ang mahal naman ngayon. Sana may cheaper pa or may presyo pa back then, ganito, ganyan. But if we give them the perspective 5 years, 10 years from now, it won't matter. It will not matter. If you bought it at 9,000, if you bought it at 13,000, the small difference will not matter 5 to 10 years from now. Kasi sobrang laki na ng appreciation. So, kayo, where you are, try to look into the past. Ano ba yung past performances ng mga projects in your area? If you are selling condos, magkano ba yung mga condos back then? So you give your clients an idea kung magkano, how much these properties have appreciated over time. So, tanong ko lang sa inyo guys, nag-appreciate ba yung mga properties sa inyo kung saan kayo ngayon? Yes lang in the chat if nag-appreciate at no naman if it hasn't. Yes. Yes, sobra. Yes. Yes, of course. And our clients just need to be reminded of this. So, tanong ko, eto naman, by how much? Kahit any reference that you can make, by how much did it appreciate? Diba? For example, yung 9,000 per square, naging 65,000, parang times 6 ba yun? O for example, 10,000 per square, o times 6 in 10 years. O 2.2M, 2019, now is 2.9M na. Yes, very big appreciation. So these are things that we can always tell our clients. And if they keep on waiting, palagi na silang naghihintay for a better deal, they may not get the better deal. In fact, baka nga, masasayang pa, nawawala pa yung opportunity sa kanila. So we can mix those negotiation tactics, di ba? Tama, guys? So we can remind the clients na may cost of time. We can remind them of missed opportunities, so playing into the fear. And we can also tell them kung ano ba yung potential appreciation for them in the future. So you can mix up the negotiation tactics po ninyo para si client can really be guided into making a good decision. And of course, wala namang talo in real estate, very few, especially if you look into the bigger picture. So, yun yung pwede nating mga sabihin sa clients natin so that they can make that decision or they can go towards that decision of saying yes to you as a seller. 3K noon, ngayon 15K na dito sa amin. So, di ba? Ang laking difference niyan, ng sobrang laki ng difference niyan. And we just need to remind those clients, tayo mga broker, it's very obvious to us. Kasi we've been in the industry. Obvious sa atin na this will really appreciate kung hindi sila bibili. Pero to the side of the client, we have to understand din yung clients natin. They are not as exposed to real estate as we are. Kasi baka it's still their first time to start looking, or ngayon pa lang sila naging financially capable, or ngayon pa lang sila naghahanap, or ngayon pa lang sila napunta sa mindset na pwede na silang mag-invest in real estate. So they can be very idealistic. So it's up to us, mga brokers and salespersons, to put them in the right state of mind, to remind them kung ano ba yung mga possible risks, possible gains naman for them. So, minsan kasi, nasisway tayo pa yung nasisway kay client, right? Kung ayaw na ni client, parang, kung may objection si client, parang tayo din, tama nga yan siguro si client. Pero sino ba yung mas may alam? Diba it's us because we are in this industry longer than they have been looking for properties. So tayo yung expert. We let them know na tayo yung expert by giving them examples of history, letting them know that there's a cost of time, letting them know that there's a cost of missed opportunities. So there's a lot of ways na pwede natin masway si client into making that decision. Yun. Okay ba so far, guys? Type in okay in the chat if okay ba so far yung mga nalalearn ninyong negotiation tactics. And it's a matter of applying it, no? Tama. Apply natin. Baka may ma-apply kayo ngayon. Meron ba? Ayun, negotiation tactic number 4. May clients ba kayo, guys, na palaging naghahanap ng better deal? Type in yes in the chat kapag meron. Palaging naghahanap ng better. Yes. Meron din ako mga ganyang clients. Yung tipong, binibigay mo na nga yung the best eh. Ang ganda na nga ng project. Ang ganda na nga ng unit. Miss Deb, meron. Now they're still renting. O, diba? Kasi if they don't decide, if they're always looking for the better deal, always looking for the better offer, at the end of the day, manghihinayang din yun sila. Because the market will outrun them. Kasi baka they think na may better pa na project, may better pa. Eh, ang ending, mas malayo pa. Yung mga bagong project, mas malayo. And here, where I am, there's becoming a scarcity of house and lot. Marami ng condo, all condo na. So for those, before na, yung mga objection is, malayo yung project na yan. Eh, yung mga project na yun, mas malayo na. O, ayoko ng yung house and lot na yan kasi maliit yung bahay or maliit yung lot area. Eh, what happens in the next project? Mas maliit na yung bahay, mas maliit pa yung lot area. Diba? One of the things that, eto my personal experience naman. This is my personal experience. We bought a house for 3.6 million. That was in 2018. We bought a house for 3.6 million. And at that time, para sa akin, liit naman ang bahay na to. Ay, iniisip ko, this house is so small. This house is so small. The lot area is actually 100 square meters. The floor area is 64 square meters. Personally, for me, ang liit naman ng bahay. It was too small for me. I felt like it was too small. Pero, we went ahead and bought it. We went ahead, pre-selling yon, binili namin. And today, 2023, yung bahay na yun can actually sell for 6 million already. So, diba? And then yung mga ibang project, if maghahanap pa ako ng ibang bahay, mas malayo na at mas maliit pa. So, I did not regret that decision at all. Kahit at the time, I felt na maliit na itong bahay na to. But when I bought it, sometimes you feel like maliit pa rin siya, pero it's a lot better than the new options available. Especially ngayon na puro na condo where we are at. Wala nang house and lot masyado. So I really did not regret at all buying that house for 3.6 million. Because right now, ayun, 6 million. It can sell for 6 million and above. Sobrang, may gains na ako. we have to let our clients realize these things. That if you wait for the better offer, sorry, but there will never be a better offer. Gusto mo yung mas malaki? The developers are not likely to make a project with a bigger lot area and at a smaller price. Hindi yan mangyayari. They will find locations na mas malayo pa kasi that's the law of, demand and supply eh. Demand and supply. At the end of the day, wala na talagang locations na mas malapit pa. Or because of the rising cost of construction, the rising cost of, inflation, then also, yung mga prices, the developers cannot develop cheaper options, diba? It will always become more and more expensive as time goes by. So again, that goes well with negotiation tactic number 3. There's a time cost to everything. And at the same time, negotiation tactic number 4, you cannot assume that there will be a better offer. And we have to remind our clients of that. Kasi baka feeling lang nila na may better pa. Palaging naghahanap ng better. And at the end of the day, ayun, nagre-rent pa rin, sabi ni Miss Deb. Kasi hindi na maka-afford. Hindi na kaya. Wala na, the opportunity has passed them by. So we have to remind natin yung clients natin dyan. So, as usual, let's take action naman this time. So for those mas marami sa inyo who are already familiar with Dazle, paano ba tayo kumuha ng clients that we are, trying to apply negotiation tactics to if wala tayong clients in the first place? Tama po guys. So let me show you some practical applications of how you can use, of course, Dazle as your productivity tool for you to be able to gain more clients. So ano ba yung mga practical applications ng Dazle? All right, here's one. And some of you might have seen this already. So ano ba yung benefits of using Dazle? Some of you are probably, ano ba yung Dazle? I know a lot of you know it already. So ano ba yung benefit? So you can organize the way you send information to your client. So this screenshot right here, totoong screenshot ito for me and my client. I was chatting with her via WhatsApp. So yung client na ito naghahanap ng bahay worth 20 million. Yung budget range nila. Nasa 20 million sila. So when we are talking with our clients for the first time, so again, I'm more of a brokerage seller, as you guys can see. So nag-send ako sa kanya ng mga options. And when we are sending options to our clients, whether brokerage or project selling, yung nangyayari is marami tayong sinesend na photo, right? Send tayo ng photo sa bahay, daming photo. Okay lang it's better on Facebook kasi parang nakadikit-dikit yung mga thumbnail. But for Viber and WhatsApp, yung picture isa-isa. So can you imagine sending so many photos? And on the other hand, kapag nasasend ka rin ng detalye, usually naka-notes siya, tapos kina-copy and paste natin. So mahirap for our clients to organize it in their mind. And the thing is, tayong mga broker and salespersons, it is our job to help our clients understand what we are selling to them. So in the same way din yan sa negotiation, we have to help our clients understand the opportunities that they are missing. So when we are still offering, andun pa tayo sa offering stage, we're still offering projects to our clients, we have to make sure na hindi siya, in Bisaya, gubot. What is magulo? Yeah, magulo. So, dapat when we are offering to our clients, hindi magulo. Hindi yung tipong ang daming photos na sinesend natin one by one. Tapos yung mga detalye, ganun. And then, you're offering them another project. So, nagsisend ka naman ulit one by one. ng mga photos. So, that's happened to me before na may ino-offer, wala pang Dazzle nun, and may ino-offer ako sa client ko. Ang daming pictures and details, tapos yung sa isang property, pictures and details, and yung ending, yung client is, ano nga yung floor plan nito? Saan nga tong na property? Di ba, it's confusing for our buyers. It is our job to not make it confusing for our buyers. We have to make it organized for them. Para ito sa client mo. And not just for the client, it's for you also. Diba? Kasi kung hindi tayo organized with the way we create our presentations or the way that we organize yung mga photos natin, listings natin, kahit tayo malolos tayo. And we forget ano ba yung mga detalye na, ano ba yung lot area and floor area na mahahanap naman tayo, maghahanap ulit. So it's also time wasting. So again, I'm showing you how you can apply Dazzle. So dito, you can organize the way you send information to your client. So what I did, ayan, that's number 5, as you guys can see, house number 5. So I have sent her links to my Dazzle account. Now, when they see a thumbnail of the house. So yung nakikita niya, thumbnail, title, tapos may konting yung parang condensed description, and then yung bedrooms, kasi yun yung concern niya, number of bedrooms. So yun lang yung nilagay ko. Tapos selling price, and then yung link na. So that when the buyer looks at what I offered them, it is organized sa kanya. And later I will show you how that looks like when the buyer clicks on that link. So ayun, si Miss Daisy sabi, now thank you Dazzle, I learned how to organize it. Yay! Ayun. So I know na medyo konting effort siya on our end to upload listings on Dazzle. Konting effort lang naman, but the effort happens once only. Because once you have already uploaded that particular project or that particular listing on Dazzle, andyan na yan siya forever. And then you can share link mo lang with your clients. Ano pa? So what can Dazzle do for you? So give your client an easy way to view your portfolio of listings and projects. Is there anyone here who is doing YouTube marketing? Meron ba? Type in yes in the chat if you are doing YouTube marketing. Ayun. Joyful Realty. Si Miss Joy. Si Miss Deb. Si Sir Junji. Alright. Ay, marami kayo. Great. So, yung tanong ko, guys, si client, nakita niya yung house tour mo. Nagko-comment. Tapos wala kang way to respond to the client. Agree ba? Diba nagko-comment sila, of course, you can respond to the comment, pero wala kang makikita, ano ba yung number ni client? Saan mo ba siya i-reach out? Yung nangyayari, you just wait. Diba? Ang ending, you just wait for the client to call you. Sayang naman. Diba? Sayang yung potential na mag-capture natin si client. So, this is why, in my YouTube channel, yung description ko, nilalagay ko yung Dazzle personal website ko. So that when a client sees my house tour, tapos makikita niya na, oy, may personal website pala, they will click on that, and then they can browse my other listings. And then they can send me their contact details kasi may contact form doon. So give your client an easy way to view your portfolio of listings and projects. So not only on YouTube, but you can put your personal website on your Facebook or on your Instagram, TikTok, kahit saan ka nag-a-advertise. So that your clients can be funneled to you. Hindi sila malolost. Hindi sila mag-view ng ibang ibang house tour sa ibang tao. Now, what is your YT channel, please? So, ayun, it's definitely real estate. So, konting subscribers pa. Ano pa? Amplify your marketing. Funnel your clients to your website. So, today is actually the fiesta of Cagayan de Oro. That's where I'm at. So, kahit konting description lang. Tapos, you post your site, your website. And you never know. Baka walang ginagawa yung mga tao ngayon because it's a holiday. They're looking for something to view. So, another thing that surprises me always is yung nagpo-post lang ako ng Dazle link ko na hindi masyadong comprehensive yung description, pero pinopost ko lang. And then, my mom, this is the second time that she said na, oh, nakita ko yung Dazle mo. Parang nagsha-shopping daw siya ng bahay. So, you never know who will click on your link, guys. So, and it's so easy to post it kasi copy-paste lang ng link. Hindi siya masyadong ma-effort. Super easy lang siya gawin. So, ano pa? So, you can actually post it on Facebook Marketplace. So, yung sa Facebook Marketplace, nakikita yung links. You can see the details of the home or if they are looking for other options. Bakit ba? Why do we want them to go to your personal site, to your personal Dazzle website? Kasi para hindi na sila maghanap sa iba. 'Di ba? Kasi nakita na nila yung post mo. They saw your post already. You have their attention. Nasa sayo na. Why will you allow them to scroll some more and to see somebody else? Secure nyo na yung buyer ninyo. Secure your buyer. Kasi if they go to your website, yung makikita nyo, mag-scroll siya, pero lahat yan sa'yo. 'Di ba? That's what you want to happen. You secure your buyer, give them options, allow them to scroll through, pero they are scrolling through your website. Lahat ng contact details. Ay, nako, shinare pa yung YouTube ko. Nasya-shy ako dyan. Dazzle na po tayo, guys. So, secure your buyer. Bring them to your website. So, hindi na sila maghanap sa iba. Right? So, at this point, for those of you who are wondering, ano ba yung Dazzle na yan? Or for those of you who know it already, but i-share ko lang ulit. Yeah. Para we can really, be at home with this tool and we can really use it more and more. So, if you're new to Dazzle, you actually just type in the most common siguro na browser na ginagamit. Curious lang, what browser do you usually use? Are you using Chrome, Safari, Microsoft? Type in the chat kung ano po yung usual ninyo. Ayun si Chrome, Chrome is popular. Ayan. So, you go to you go to Google Chrome, whether on your laptop or on mobile. So, just click on the Chrome icon, and then you can type in dazzle.co para mabilis to remember. And Elroy will also put that in the chat, dazzle.co. If it's your first time, click on Get Started for free. If it's not your first time, click on Login. And then you can sign up if it's your first time. So click kayo ng sign up. So just put in your name, last name, mobile number. So let's say ganito. Ayan. And then you can also sign up with your Google account. So for me, I'm gonna sign up with my Google. Hindi pala ako mag-sign up kasi may account na ako. So dito ako sa login. I'm gonna click on login. And I'm gonna log in with Google. So just click on my Google account. Uy, bakit nag-error? Okay. Let me do that again. Ang lakas ng ulan ngayon, right now where I am. How about you guys? Malakas ba yung ulan dyan? Sobrang lakas ng ulan ngayon. Just now. So ayun, if it's not your first time, so you probably already have your listings there. So this is how Dazzle looks like. Now, if it's your first time to use Dazzle, wala pa tong laman. So again, guys, this is your personal, may ulan pero hindi masyadong malakas. This is your personal site kung saan nyo po ma-organize yung listing ninyo. At yung kagandahan nito is that it creates a website for you. So if I click on here, kasi may mga listings na ako, di ba? If I click on my website, ayun. This is a shareable website, guys, that your buyers can browse through. And what I was saying kanina, di ba, is that we want our clients to scroll. Right now, wala po siya sa Play Store pa. We had it before for those who are wondering, but we decided to focus muna our development on the web app. This is mobile friendly naman po ito, Sir Junji. So you can still use this on mobile. Not to worry. And yun, so your buyers can actually see your personal website. Yung gusto kasi natin na magawa ng mga client ninyo is we want them to be able to browse. Sige, scroll ka lang ng scroll, sir, but it's all yours. Diba? Like when the client browses through, kasi kung marketplace, ikaw lang ba yung nagpo-post sa marketplace? Hindi. Maraming ibang nagpo-post dyan. So baka nakita niya yung listing mo, nakita niya ito, pero when they scroll on other marketplaces, other posts on marketplace, wala, napunta na siya sa iba. So you want your client to see only you. See only you. Right now, Sir Arthur, everything is available for free. Right now. So take the chance, unlimited. So you want our client. So, ito yung sabi ng ng mother ko. At wala namang bias kasi I didn't ask her to look at it. She just saw it on my Facebook. Na pinost ko yun. Sabi niya para daw siyang nag-o-online shopping ng bahay. Kasi your buyer can scroll and scroll. They can click on view my website. They can see more and more. Pero lahat yan, sa'yo yan. So you won't have to worry na yung buyers ninyo mapunta sa iba. You want to funnel them. So how do you funnel them? Yung pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. You post your Dazzle links on your social media. You put your Dazzle links on your profile so that si buyer mapupunta siya dyan. Your goal is mapupunta siya sa website mo. So that when they start scrolling, everything they see is yours. Sa'yo yan lahat. Sometimes kasi we think na, what's the point naman? If magpo-post pa ako ng Dazzle link ko. So let me show you ano yun. For example, which property do I want to post pa? Ito, si Bungalow House. Ito, ipopost ko ito. Baka iniisip ninyo na, what's the point of me posting my Dazzle link? So, I'm gonna go to my Facebook. Maybe you're thinking, what if I just post na lang yung photos ng property right away? And then, maglalagay ako ng description. So, I'm just gonna put just a quick description. Bungalow house with swimming pool. Up for grabs, down grabs. So, ayun, this is just a very small description lang. So, you can think na, what if I just post the pictures right away or the description right away? So, yung mangyayari is, nakikita yan ng buyer, and then they will just continue to scroll down. Now, what if the buyer took the chance to click on your link? yung behavior niya, nakikita niya yan. Tapos nakikita niya yung iba. At baka interesado siya nito din. At nag-scroll din siya dyan. Tapos nakikita niya yan. At nag-scroll din siya dyan. Again, everything is yours. So yung buyer, you now have their attention for a longer period of time. Hindi lang yung once na andyan lang sa Facebook and then ayun na, pumunta na sa iba. 'Di ba? So you want to get their attention for a longer period of time. That is the goal. Yun po yung gusto mong mangyari. So ano pa ba? If they say, so may contact form din tayo dito. Let's say si buyer nakita niya ito. So pwede siyang maglagay ng pangalan, number, at email niya. May automated message na dyan. And they can click on send inquiry. So all of a sudden, may potential client ka na. So especially if, I know, you're posting it on other areas. Most of the time, yung ibang clients yung ibang dazzler natin is dun sa, if they post on Messenger, dun din sa Messenger nag-i-inquire si client. And there's no problem with that as long as nag-i-inquire si client, di ba? But you want to get your buyer's attention for a longer period of time. Okay. So, yun sa mga bago lang. Those who are seeing this for the first time. So, how do you get started? How do you get started with Dazzle? So, yun, punta lang muna kayo sa app.dazzle.co and then create your first listing. So, it's very easy to do. I'm just gonna lagay-lagay lang ako ng information para madali. Ha? Then you can browse your cover photo. So, this is very easy to do, guys. Super easy lang siya talaga. Upload lang. You can put in your YouTube video if you have. I'm just putting in kahit random details lang, guys, para mabilis. And then I can add also, i-delete ko to right away kasi baka makita ng clients. So, photos are still uploading, but you can see which ones have upload complete. Umuulan kasi dito, baka mahina yung connection. But there you go. Actually, mabilis lang naman siyang mag-upload. Very fast. Yan. So, now I can continue. Private ko na lang kaya. So, publish listing. And that's it. That's like super easy. May listing ka na. That's your first listing. And then when you click on my website, may ano ka na? May property ka na sa website mo. So, hindi yun nakita kasi naka-private yun. So, if naka-public, nakikita yun. Diba? So, super easy to create your own personal website with Dazzle. I don't think anyone else is offering that right now. May na-learn ba kayo? Paki-type naman sa chat if meron. Type nyo naman yes if may na-learn kayo. Yes. Daghan. Marami. Okay, let me go back to my presentation. Later, I do that. Go, Miss Rila. Ayun. So, may konting testimonial tayo. This is from Miss Joy. I think andito siya. She mentioned Dazzle has helped us in so many ways. The organization of our listings really made it easier for us to give the complete details on our clients ASAP. Just send the link and the clients get all the answers to his or her inquiries. Ayun. So, di ba? May happy user po tayo. That it's really helped them na mabilisan tayo. And that's really important for us sa real estate industry na mabilis tayo. Kasi you never know, the client will lose their attention with you. So, baka mag-inquire sa iba. So, wag niyo nang ipa-inquire dun sa iba. Dapat sa'yo na. Secure your buyer. So, ayun. Balik tayo sa negotiation tactics. Negotiation tactic number 5. Can the parties involved split the difference? So that's one question. Again, this one applies more for brokerage na when they are very close, na parang konting gap na lang, di ba? Baka pwede that they can split the difference. So yung sa side naman ni Ryan, may deal siya na I think yung selling price is $4 million. Tapos yung offer is $3 million. Diba? Sobrang layo pa. It's $1 million apart. $1 million apart. So, ano yung ginawa niya? Sinabi niya kang buyer, "Sir, can you increase your offer to 3,250,000? So, parang 3.25, it's not that high for the client to go. So, pumayag naman si buyer. So, si seller, this time, sinabi niya, "Sir, can you lower your price to 3.75? So, hindi masyadong mahirap for the seller. Hindi siya $1 million na lower, di ba? 3.75. So, okay, 3.75. And suddenly, the gap is not that high anymore. Instead of $1 million, yung gap between 3 million and 4 million, 3 million na offer at 4 million na selling price, naging 500,000 na lang yung gap. And when they were able to get to that point, sabi ni Ryan, "Can you guys split the difference na lang? Let's just meet halfway, $3.5 million. And both parties agreed to it. So, you can do that. You can ask both parties involved if they can split the difference. Kasi, di ba, parang equal eh. I am giving, you are giving. So, we come to an agreement. So, hindi siya masyadong masakit for each party. Na parang, si seller hindi talaga bumibigay o si buyer hindi talaga nag-add on ng offer niya. So, you can ask them to split the difference. So, may tanong si Miss Evelyn. Where can we hear that presentation again, ma'am? Which presentation po, ma'am? Do you mean sa Dazle, the one that I mentioned about sa Dazle po, or this whole webinar? So, we actually have a YouTube channel. Dazle has a YouTube channel. And we do post, minsan not all of our webinars, but sometimes some of our webinars we post on our YouTube channel. So if you want to review the previous na mga webinars natin, nandun po siya sa YouTube channel po natin. But I would always encourage everybody to join the live, diba? It's always best to join the live. So negotiation tactic number 6, keep the conversation going. So I think, sino ba yung nagsabi kanina? Ask questions, si Ms. Cora ba yun? Keep the conversation going. So, to push a ball back to the wind. Yung parang to keep the ball going. Keep the dialogue moving, even if your client is reluctant to keep talking. So, diba, minsan yung mga buyers natin parang ayaw na nila, they don't want to talk anymore, they don't want to do anything anymore. Wala na, ayaw na nila. But, it's your job as a broker or salesperson to keep on letting that conversation go ahead. Parang, basta as long as ikaw, hindi ka nag-give up. So, listen carefully and craft an appropriate response to your client's concerns. So, kapag may concern or may objection si client, we also have to really listen. Ano ba yung talagang objection niya? Ano ba talaga yung problema niya? and not just to just keep on pushing the client. Hindi naman natin pinapakinggan kung ano ba yung problema ni client talaga. So we have to craft an appropriate response. And spread the win around. What else can be thrown into the deal to make everyone feel like they are in a winning situation? So yung example ni Ryan is, I once got two parties who were at odds to agree on a deal when the seller threw in the dining room set for free. So si seller, sabi niya na, okay, I'll give my dining room set for free. And for some reason, yun yung naging factor that the buyer and the seller finally reached an agreement. Kapag may, parang there's a win-win situation. Baka kasi si seller does not really care anymore about the dining room set. Okay lang sa kanya to give it for free. And si buyer feels like, oh, I got an extra incentive, so I'm good to move forward. So, doon lumalabas yung mga importance ng pa-promo ng mga developer natin. Kasi you never know kapag if the condo comes with free appliances, baka si buyer will be more motivated to purchase. So, ayun, that was actually our last slide for our topic for today on negotiation tactics. So, medyo nag-overtime tayo ngayon, right? Hindi talaga medyo 3:24 na. So, again, for those of you who would like to join our communities, we are in Viber and we're also on Facebook. Please do join us, guys, so you'll be aware kung when we will have another webinar po. And we would also like to congratulate ulit our Dazzler of the Month. This is Miss Clarice Tolentino with a total already of 135 listings on Dazzle. Super dami. Yan. And again, if you're already part of our Dazzle Facebook communities, it would help us a lot if you would invite your team. So click nyo lang po yung invite. And also, if you have mga colleagues ninyo, mga kasama ninyo sa organization, please do invite them to join Dazzle. It would really be helpful, para the community will keep on growing. And so we promised that we would actually announce every Monday yung mga winners po natin for sharing your Dazzle links on social media. So kanina guys, I showed you how to upload your listing, and then just click on the share button, share nyo lang dun on your social media, #Dazzle, and that will count as an entry. But since today is the last Monday, it's the last Monday of August, we are going to give a bit of an extension up until August 31. So for those who still want to join, hindi pa nakapag-join ng ating chance to win 500 pesos in GCash, you can still do so. May opportunity pa kayo, and we will announce the winner on the last day of August. So this is our promo for August lang po. Wala na po ito by September. So this is your last chance, guys. I hope you can join. Ayun, may extension. Yes, up until the last day of August 31. So I hope you guys can join that. And you can finally get a chance to win 500 pesos in GCash. Alright, at this point, baka may mga questions po kayo. Do you have any questions for me? Let's have a quick Q&A session. And again, this is the last na po na session natin on secrets of a billion-dollar realtor. And may guest speaker po tayo this coming September. We will reveal that in our communities. So may guest speaker tayo in September. So join kayo doon sa mga communities po natin. So may mga tanong po ba tayo? Do we have any questions so far for our session today before we close? Ayun si Miss Deb. I'm a happy user. Thank you. We like to see more happy users. Sana marami pang happy users. Now, where can we hear this presentation again? We will likely be posting this on our YouTube channel. So, search nyo na po si Dazle on YouTube. So you can review this presentation or if you want to play it para sa team ninyo. Again, this is a Dazzle Monday habit. We'll have this every Monday. Para you guys can come again, join us for another session. Kung may tanong, feel free to ask. If wala na po, then we're good to close. It's 3:28. Overtime tayo. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us in this session today. And we hope to see you more in our communities and of course in Dazzle, guys. Let us know if may mga tanong and we'll be great. Of course, we'd love to answer you guys.